ma'am.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You are here today for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause means that it's more likely than not you committed the crime in which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you're considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. Joe, we have someone sleeping up front. I don't know if you want him to stand up so that he can pay attention to my comments. So, you've been arrested on a warrant or new charge. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I'm going to determine this morning whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of release that are going to be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You're entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your lawyer know where you are. If you haven't got an opportunity to make that phone call, let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent. I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded. There will be an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So if you say anything about the facts of your case, that can be used against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right, go ahead and put your hands down. And sir, in the front row, you can sit down if you're going to stay awake. All right, Crystal Edwards. Ms. Edwards, can I have your date of birth?
7/1996.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt, so there's been probable cause already found for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Please.
Okay. I'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office. And we're going to see you back to court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Do I have no bond?
Yes, currently there's no bond in the violation of probation, and will stay that way until Judge Merritt changes that.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Tanya Peace. Can I have your date of birth?
9/14/73.
You are also here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on April 10th. So there's already probable cause for your arrest that's been found. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. We're going to see you back in front of Judge Merritt on August 12th at 1:15 in the afternoon, okay?
Thank you.
Robert Motrin. Mr. Motrin, can I have your date of birth?
3/17/1954.
And you are here today for a violation of probation that I signed on June 25th. So there's probable cause for your arrest. Probation is asking for 90 days in jail to resolve this case. Is that something that you want to take care of today?
No, Your Honor. I did.
Don't say anything about the facts of your case. What I'll do is I can appoint you a public defender. Is that okay?
What's his name?
When you appoint you a public defender?
I guess, Your Honor. I don't understand any of this, really.
Okay. Well, that's why I want an attorney to meet with you to go over it with you. Would that be okay?
What?
That's why I want to appoint a lawyer to meet with you and go over everything with you. Is that okay?
Yeah, but I can't be stuck in here, Your Honor.
Okay, well, that's why I need you to talk to a lawyer, okay? So I'll appoint a lawyer to come out and talk to you. Someone's going to come out to talk to you. It's going to be no bond for right now, and your next court date is going to be August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. But a lawyer's going to come out and talk to you soon about that, okay?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. Dustin Lemon? Mr. Lemon, can I have your date of birth?
1/29/1979.
Okay, you were here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on July 11th. So he's already determined probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Please.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office. It's no bond for right now. It's going to be no bond until you appear back in front of Judge Merritt on August 12th at 1:15, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Daniel Pickett?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I have your date of birth?
10/11/93.
Okay, you are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hitzman on August 28th. Looks like probation is recommending 30 days from Hernando County Jail in order to take care of that. Do you want to take care of that today?
Yes, ma'am. I've had a hold since November 8th. Would that count as time served?
No, what count is as soon as you were served on this violation of probation warrant, that's the time that will count that. Moving on.
So that'd be from yesterday then?
Yes, sir. So I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you had in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to have a hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up your right to confront the witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state attorney's office prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up all those
Yes,
rights
ma'am.
in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. With regard to the violation of probation on this no valid driver's license probation in 2013 CT 4050, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. Adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, sentence you to 30 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 2 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution assessed against you and the cost of your incarceration, but that should clear up this case, okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, thank you, sir. Robert Perkins? Can I have your date of birth?
8/21/61.
You are here today for a violation of probation, and you have a couple new charges, possession of cocaine and resisting an officer without violence. Can I have your date of birth?
What was the new charges, ma'am?
The new charges are possession of cocaine and resisting an officer without violence. And I have you here for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by me on July 1st, so there's already been probable cause for your arrest. Probation is recommending 120 days in the Hernando County Jail. Is that something you want to take care of today?
120 days.
You certainly don't have to because you have these new charges and you might
Yeah, I
want
don't
to
have a possession. I don't have a possession of cocaine.
Okay. All right. So there's no bond on the violation of probation. We'll keep that no bond. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court on that case on August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. With regard to the new charges, I'm just going to keep the bond the same at $2,000 and $1,000, and we'll see you back to court on August 16th on those cases, and I'll also appoint the public defender's office, okay?
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Perkins. Angel Morales? Good afternoon, Ms. Morales. May I have your date of birth, please?
Buenas tardes, señor Morales.
Sí. Agosto 766.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Can you repeat that?
¿Usted puede repetir eso?
Agosto 766.
August 7th, 66.
Very good. You are here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest.
Usted está aquí por una acusación de agresión física de índole doméstica y ya he hallado suficientes indicios para su detención.
Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
¿Usted quiere que la oficina de la Defensoría Pública los represente?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office.
Le nombro la Defensoría Pública, la Fiscalía.
Does he have a prior record?
Your Honor, he does. In 2003, he had a domestic battery, and then from 1998, out of Massachusetts, with unknown dispositions, 2 assault and battery domestic, and an assault and battery by dangerous weapon.
Okay.
¿La Fiscalía tiene algún antecedente penal? Si en el 2003 tiene una agresión física de índole doméstica también. En el 1998 de Massachusetts también tuvo una agresión física de índole doméstica también.
Mr. Morales, I have an address here on Edge Hill Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Señor Morales, tengo su dirección como Edgeville Ave en Spring Hill. ¿Ahí es donde usted vive?
Es correcto.
That is correct.
How long have you lived there?
¿Hace cuánto tiempo?
Hace bastantes años, porque yo vivía primero en la otra. Bueno, he vivido aquí 19 años.
It's been a long while. I've been living here for 19 years.
Do you have a job?
¿Tiene trabajo?
Soy deshabitado.
I'm disabled.
I'm going to order that you have no contact with Wandelay Morales, okay?
Your Honor, this is interpreter. What was the name?
Wandelay?
Wandelay. Voy a ordenar que usted no tenga ningún contacto o comunicación con Wandaligo Morales. ¿Está bien?
Ok.
Don't have any contact with her whatsoever, and do not have anyone else contact her on your behalf.
No tenga ningún contacto o comunicación con ella de ningún modo, ni a través de terceras personas tampoco.
If you do have any contact with her while this case is pending, you could be arrested on another charge and held without bond.
Si usted llegase a tener contacto o comunicación con ella mientras estas acusaciones están pendientes, puede que lo detengan otra vez sin fianza.
I'm going to set your bond at $1,000.
Le voy a fijar fianza en $1,000
I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today,
y lo vamos a detener hasta las 4 de la tarde hoy.
and you need to come back to court on August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Y tiene que regresar a la corte el 7 de agosto a las 9 de la mañana.
Ok.
Thank
Thank you.
Gracias.
Is there anyone else?
Not that I know, Your Honor. Thank you.
Rebecca Smith? Can I have your date of birth?
5/10/91.
You were here today for resisting an officer without violence. Your bond amount is currently $2,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State, do you have any prior records?
I do, Your Honor. It is... let's see. Starting in 2017, we have a driving on a suspended license. It was a felony. 2017, another driving on a suspended license. In 2016, there was a carrying concealed weapon, possession of paraphernalia. And then 2016, there was also a violation of probation, a failure to appear, 2 failures to appear. 2015, a failure to register as a convicted felon. 2014, failure to appear. 2013, violation of probation on a possession of methadone. 2013, failure to appear. The methadone case was from 2013 as well. 2012, failure to appear on driving on a suspended, that was from earlier that year. 2011, violation of probation and failure to appear on a worthless check. That's all I show.
Ma'am, I have an address here in Lodge Circle in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Okay, where do you live?
185 Skinner Drive.
Spring Hill?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
20 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Mechanics.
I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. We'll see you back to court August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Jody Stewart? Can I have your date of birth?
10/2069.
You are here today for possession of controlled substance, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and knowingly driving where your license is suspended or revoked. Your bond amount is currently $5,000. I found probable cause for arrest on each of these. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office, Steve.
2015, a violation of probation on a paraphernalia and marijuana and obtaining controlled substance by withholding information, possession of a controlled substance. Those all were from 2014. She was released from prison, or no, I'm sorry, she went into prison in 2009, but I don't have a release date. 2009, violation of probation. Looks like there were two of those, a failure to appear, possession of methamphetamine from 2008. 2007, we got driving on a suspended license. A paraphernalia, marijuana, methamphetamine. Those were all from 2007.
Okay, very good. Ma'am, I have an address here on Mitchell Road in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
It's been 2 years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Clean up construction
Right.
on homes and homes.
Okay. Okay, count one, your bond is going to be $4,000. The remainder of the accounts are going to be $2,000 for a total of $10,000. I'm going to see you back to court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning, okay? Someone from the public defender's office will be out to talk to you soon if you can't bond out. Jerry Wiggins? Can I have your date of birth, ma'am?
3/28/85.
Okay. You are here today for a burglary of a dwelling and possession of marijuana. I found probable cause for each of these. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office in each case.
In
Is there a
2008,
possibility of a bond reduction?
Well, I'm going to ask the state attorney's office about your prior record, and it's going to show me a little bit about you, and then I'll make a determination, okay? So hold on one second. Go ahead, Steve.
2018, a possession of controlled substance. 2018, a failure to appear, violation of probation. 2017, driving on a suspended license. 2016, violation of probation. 2015, failure to appear. 2015, a domestic battery and criminal mischief. And then 2012, a failure to appear.
All right. Jerry, I have an address here on Baxley Drive in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Since 2011.
Okay. Do you have a job?
I work for myself.
What kind of work do you do?
Landscaping, auto detailing, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep the bond the same, Jerry, okay? And you're going to meet with the public defender's office, and they're going to see if there's anything they can do in front of the judge assigned to your case. Judge Merritt, and maybe Judge Merritt will reduce the bond, but I'm not going to do that today. So the bond on the burglary is going to be $10,000, and the bond on the possession of marijuana is going to be $1,000. On the possession of marijuana, you need to be back to court on August 7th. And on the burglary charge, you're coming back to court August 16th. I've appointed the public defender on both of your cases, and someone will be out to talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Brown, you have Mr. Levy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Mr. Levy, can I have your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor. October 31st, 1969.
All right. He's here today for a violation of the injunction. As you can imagine, I'm not too happy about that. You've got a pending case in 2019, MM 1371. That is scheduled for July 16th. No.
I think August 6th.
August 6th?
Yes, ma'am.
You're right, August 6th.
What is it, Your Honor?
Your next court date is August 6th. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this case on that case as well. I see you have a private attorney here, Mr. Brown, so I'm not going to appoint the public defender's office for you. But
I don't understand what the other case is, Your Honor.
you've got a pending case right now.
I don't know what that is, Your Honor.
It's a violation of the injunction, I believe. Is that your
It is, Your
understanding
Honor.
as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't understand, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's
well,
wrong.
you know what, your lawyer is here, he's going to have the opportunity to review all of the paperwork, and he's going to come out and talk to you real soon, right, Mr. Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to order no contact with the victim again. Don Levy, don't have any contact with Don whatsoever.
I have not, Your Honor.
I'm not saying whether you have or have not, I'm telling you not to do it in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
You're entitled to a bond on this case, I'm going to give you a bond of $5,000 on this case. And with regard to the 2019 MM 1371, I imagine the state's going to ask me to recommit Mr. Levy on that case.
Your Honor, at this time, the state would ask the court to recommit Mr. Levy on that charge.
Okay. I'm going to do that at this time. There's a motion that, is this case in front of Judge?
Judge, both of the cases are in front of you.
In front of me, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So after the state looks into it a little more and possibly has spoken to the victim, maybe there's an opportunity to return it back sooner than the August 6th date, or maybe an opportunity for a bond. But that's not something I'm going to grant today.
If the court please, if the court would allow us to have a bond hearing, I know Your Honor has first appearance tomorrow. If the court would allow us to have a bond hearing, Mr. Levy has a previous history. He's a business owner, he's a property owner, etc. He has a child that he supports, has employees work for him.
We can set it for a bond hearing. We can do that. I'll give the state time to look into it and talk to the victims and see what's going on, and we can do that tomorrow at first hearing.
Yes, ma'am,
Do
the
that?
court would.
So we'll recommit now on the 2019 MM 1371. We'll set it for tomorrow at 1 o'clock for a bond hearing, and we'll see where we are then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. So tomorrow is the 18th.
And if the court please, when he was previously in custody, he was corrected from the jail.
Okay.
I see from the outfit that he's wearing that there may have been a recurrence. Would respectfully ask the court to instruct the jail to have a nurse or to have someone take a look at Mr. Levy to see if he does need to see a psychologist.
All right. Did y'all hear that at the jail?
No, ma'am, I don't understand.
Not you, sir. Not you. I'm speaking to the people at the jail there.
No, ma'am, I couldn't hear.
Okay. Mr. Brown is saying that last time Mr. Levy was in custody, he had to be Baker acted from the jail. He's asking at this point if he could speak to someone in medical to make sure that he's okay and that there's not some type of reoccurrence or anything that we need to address.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If the court please, that concludes my business. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Robert Devaney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, can I have your date of birth?
5/1869.
You were here today for aggravated stalking and then another count of violation of the injunction. I found probable cause for both of these. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. In May of this year, there was a trespass
Is that case closed?
It is. It looks like he pled the next day, so it was May 18th. He resolved it May 19th.
Gotcha.
There is, in March, a trespass. In 2015, a violation of injunction. Looks like it was reduced from an aggravated stalking.
Okay.
And then in 2015, he had 3 defrauding of pawnbrokers and 3 dealing in stolen properties. In 2009, he had a violation of injunction. 2009, there's a petty theft with no disposition. 2009, battery with no disposition. In 2009, there was also another violation of injunction, but that one was dropped. And that is all I'm showing in Florida. We do have some history from South Carolina, 2002, possession of marijuana, 2006, obtaining our property under false pretenses.
Mr. Devaney, I don't have an address for you. Do you have a home these days?
No,
Okay. Where are you staying? Is it around the St. Petersburg area? You've been staying here in Hernando?
I was staying in St. Petersburg, yes. They had my dog and everything. I got locked up.
Okay, I gotcha. All right, so do you want me to appoint a public defender in both of your cases?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. So we're going to have a lawyer come out and talk to you soon. I'm going to set you a bond of $2,000 on each case. I need to order that you have no contact with Deborah Limo. Okay, don't have any contact with. Okay, don't call her. Don't have any contact with her, and don't relay any messages to her. Okay, just don't do it. So
Okay.
I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today, just in case. I'm going to see you back in court on August 7th for the violation of the injunction, and August 16th for the aggravated stalking. Okay. So I'm going to be
So
up soon.
You said I do have a phone?
You do have a bond at this time.
Okay, I didn't get a free phone call. Could I get a phone call to call my mom and see if she could bond me up?
Yes, sir. If you have not received that phone call today, you're entitled to get that
No.
phone call. Make sure you get it today.
Thank you.
All right. Davis Klein.
Morning.
Good afternoon. Can I have date of birth?
4/14/92.
All right. You are here today for grand theft. Your bond amount is $2,000. A dealing in stolen property. Your bond amount is currently $5,000. And defrauding a pawnbroker. Your bond amount is currently $1,000. I found probable cause for your arrest on each of these. Would you like the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the public defender's office on both of your cases, sir. Okay.
And, Your Honor, he has history out of a couple of different states, nothing from Florida. From 2015, he does have best I can tell, it's a misdemeanor violation of drugs, some type of drug possession. In 2014, a trespass. 2014, receiving stolen property. 2012, another misdemeanor drug charge. 2011, another misdemeanor drug charge. In 2011, a burglary charge. 2010, a resisting arrest. And those are from Pennsylvania. I think I misspoke when I said there was multiple states. It's just the one state.
Okay. All right. Mr. Klein, I have an address here on Manchester Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am.
Where do you live?
7160 Ceylon Drive.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a server and I do flooring.
Okay. All right. On the grand theft, I'm going to go ahead and keep the bond at $2,000. The dealing in stolen property, your bond amount is $5,000. On defrauding the pawnbroker, it's going to be another $5,000. We're going to see you back in court on August 16th for all of these charges, okay?
What was the maximum bail?
Your total bond amount is $12,000.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Colby Neese. Good afternoon. Can I have your date of birth?
10/12/80.
You are here today for 3 counts of aggravated assault. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State to see if a prior record.
We don't show any prior record.
All right, sir, I have an address you on Happy Drive in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
27 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I stock products at Winn-Dixie.
Okay. All right, I'm going to, who do you live with? Do you live with anybody or you live on your own?
I live in alone.
Okay. So here's the deal. I'm okay with you bonding out on this case, but I need to make sure that all of your firearms are surrendered to the sheriff's office as a condition of your bond. Do you have a way to make that happen?
Yeah.
That's what I need to happen. Okay, and they will hold them there until you hear any differently from a judge, okay?
Okay.
I'll keep the bond amount, the $6,000. I'm going to order no contact with the victims in this case, and as much as if you know who they are. And then we're going to see you back to court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning, and someone from the public defender's office will reach out to you. If not, you need to reach out to them, okay?
Okay.
Thanks. Derek Lemaster. Mr. Lemaster, can I have your date of birth?
12/18/97.
Okay. You're in custody on a whole bunch of cases that originated from the beginning of the year, like January through March of this year. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And they're just adding to that. These are some new charges that they found for a grand theft and possession of a firearm by a felon. So I found probable cause for those. What I'm going to do is just keep the bond the same. I know that you haven't bonded out on the original charges. And I see that you're already set for an arraignment on August 2nd, so we're going to keep that the same and set this case for August 2nd, 8:30 in the morning. And you've also previously been appointed a public defender, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll make sure you have the public defender on this case as well, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Aisha Fort. Can I have your date of birth?
9/10/68.
You are here today for battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 counts of that, a domestic battery, resisting an officer with violence, possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Those bond amounts are totaling $17,000, I believe. I found probable cause for each of those. Do you want the public defender's office to? Do you want the public
Can you
defender's
see
office?
the last? Please repeat the last 2 possession charges to me again, please.
Marijuana and paraphernalia. Do you
And
want
the other one was what?
paraphernalia? Do you want the PD?
I need a public disturbance.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Your Honor, he has history out of New York. Looks like 2004, he had knowingly introducing a dangerous contraband into prison. Appears that he was sentenced to a little bit less than, it's 42 months to 7 years. 2003.
Can you repeat that again, please? I can't hear you.
Okay, so I've asked her about your prior record, and she's telling me what it is, okay? So just if you could be quiet while she does that, I would appreciate it. Go ahead.
Thank you. 2001, possession of controlled substance. It looks like he spent prison time on that one as well. And then in 1995, he had a criminal sale of controlled substance. Looks like he may have violated probation or parole at some point because he also spent time in prison on that one. 1990, there was a robbery.
What?
And in 1990, a possession of a controlled substance. Another one, 1990, sale of a controlled substance.
It's for 10 years.
1986,
I didn't get
sale
no
of
trouble for 10
controlled
years.
substance.
Sir, I've asked you to keep it down so I can hear, okay?
Because I'm trying to, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to hear too, because I'm hearing she reading stuff down. I'm like, I've never been in trouble
All right,
like 10
I have an
years.
address here at Elgin Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes,
How long
ma'am.
have you lived there?
4 years.
Do you have a job?
Normal disability.
Okay. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case. Don't have any contact with Kim DePrima. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call. Do not write. Do not email. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Kim, I forbid you from doing so. Did you hear all of that?
Yes, I heard that.
Very good. The bond on count number 1 is going to be $5,000. Count number 2 is $5,000. Count number 3 is $5,000. Count number 4 is $5,000. And the last 2 counts will be $2,000 each. We're going to see you back at court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
So what's that comes up to, ma'am, of the money?
$24,000. Ryan Lee?
I am. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Okay.
Call 3175.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dean, you are here today for a failure. The first thing you're here for is for a failure to appear in front of Judge Hickman on a driving on suspended driver's license and leaving the scene of an accident with property damage. The bond amount on that is $1,000 each, $2,000 total. There's probable cause to believe that you committed other crimes while you were free on that charge, so I'm going to revoke those bonds on that case. I'm going to hold you no bond until you appear in front of Judge Hickman on August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Do you want the public defender's office, sir? Do you want a PD?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the PD in all of your cases. The next case I have is a fleeing to elude and knowingly driving where your license is suspended or revoked. I found probable cause for those. Your bond on those are going to be $4,000 each. And we'll see you back to court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. The next case I have is a fleeing to elude and knowingly driving where your license is suspended or revoked. The bond amounts are going to be $5,000 and $1,000. And we'll see you back on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. The next case I have is obtaining a motor vehicle by fraud, grand theft auto, and possession of a motor vehicle with an altered VIN number. Those bond amounts are going to be $10,000 each. We'll see you back for August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. The next case I have is a driving on suspended driver's license. Your bond amount is $2,000. We're going to see you back for on that case on August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And the next case I have is driving on suspended driver's license. Your bond amount is $2,000. We'll see you back for August 7th at 9 o'clock in the morning. The next case I have is driving on suspended driver's license. Your bond amount is $2,000. See you back on August 7th. And again, I've appointed the public defender's office in each of these cases. The last case I have is a possession of methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting officers without violence. Found probable cause for each of those cases. They held you no bond on that. You're entitled to a bond on these cases, so I'm going to set the bond at $5,000 each on those. We'll see you back in court on August 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Someone from the public defender's office will be out to talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Did I get everyone to jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.